So it's Friday, October 21st, 2022. We got into Naples, Florida, late Wednesday afternoon. Spent yesterday just sort of cleaning and organizing ourselves. Last night we went out for supper. We've seen some of the damage from Hurricane Ian on our drive-in, especially around Fort Myers. A lot of trees were blown over, signs were ripped off. We didn't notice that much coming into town into Naples. Right in front of the condo, they were taking down some trees in the front yard, and Yiping discovered there was coconuts. So she got one of the guys to take a coconut and cut the top off, and we were drinking fresh coconut milk straight out of the coconut. One of the things that we did after supper last night was we drove down on the road along the beach and had a look at some of the houses. There was a lot of destruction down there, and it was more from the storm surge. Mind you, these houses are right on the shore, or within a block from the shore. So the storm surge came in. We saw places where there was front-end loaders, and they were pushing up piles of sand that had washed in on people's front yards. The one thing that we wanted to see was there's a famous pier that was built here in Naples, and it's one of the things you have to see when you're in Naples. It got some destruction on it, but a little bit of history on the pier. It was built in 1888. And it was built to shuttle people from the ships that were coming in up to the hotel that was being built. Originally, it was 600 feet out. The hotel opened in January of 1889, just after the pier was completed. From the pier, they had railway tracks that ran into the hotel, so they'd load everything off the boats, hike it up the pier onto little cars, and then roll it up the railway all the way up to the hotel. It suffered a series of hurricanes. The first one was 1910, and it was pretty much destroyed, so they rebuilt it, did it 100 feet longer. Another hurricane in 1926, another one in 1935, they called that the Labor Day hurricane, and that was one of the bad ones. That was a Category 5 that came in and destroyed it. They rebuilt it again, and in 1944, another hurricane went through, pretty much destroyed it, but they rebuilt it to the newer standards, and they did 100 feet longer. 1960, another hurricane came in, and at that point, the pier was damaged and the hotel was destroyed and never opened after that. They rebuilt it all to the latest standards, and it's been in place till Hurricane Ian showed up on September 27th. And that was a Category 4 with sustained winds of 155 miles an hour. It was the worst hurricane since the 1935 Labor Day hurricane. It was a Category 4 when it came in, 7 miles an hour faster winds, and it would have been a Category 5. It was one of the top 5 worst hurricanes to hit Florida. But driving down the street, you noticed that the houses had piled stuff out on the street, and they were coming along with a big truck with a picker on it, picking up all the garbage and hauling it away. But there was, gyprock and mattresses and couches and just everything out of their main floors was hauled out of the street. There's no basements on these houses. But as we drove through downtown Naples, which is this is the place to be, this is where all the good restaurants are, and this is where people come in the evenings, life is returning back to normal. We happened to follow a trolley that dropped off a bunch of people for a wedding, so things were turning back to normal.